And we're live, and welcome back to everyone. This is the Print Files at PacPrint, streaming live from the PacPrint exhibition floor. And Wayne Robinson has slowed down from all his running around and mad riding.
I'm not sure about that.
Just long enough to sit still for about 15 minutes to record another episode. Wayne, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks, Grant. Good day. Good day, everyone. And it's a pleasure this afternoon to welcome onto the booth Rod Harrison, Vice President of Sales for APAC, the APAC region, whole APAC region for EFI. Rod's well known in this country to many people. Pleasure to have you on the show, Rod.
Oh, it's good to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Rod, EFI obviously is one of the leading technology companies in the industry. What's the message that you're giving to the Australian print industry here at the show?
Well, look, I mean, through our partnerships with people like Curry Group and, the whole product range that we've got, we're very consistent in the message we try to deliver to the market. And we're here to try and help from an environmental point of view and from a productivity point of view, help to enable the digital transition from analog.
Okay.
And even go one further. We've got a lot of, having a lot of fun, in this marketplace over the last 2 years, surprisingly, through COVID, because we've been really lucky in that we've been able to help a lot of people to come back better, faster, cheaper.
Okay.
So it's not just about converting analog to digital; it's improving it incrementally along the way. And we're lucky to work for a company that has 1,000 people in R&D out of 3,000 people, and we didn't back off on that during the last couple of years.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've brought out new packaging presses recently.
Yeah.
The 14,000 LED Nozomi, that's a great new product. Good uptake. Sold. We've replaced 5 of those already. Sold 5 of those already. And only launched a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
But I've heard stories from customers around the world too. Delta in the UK, fantastic company doing retail display furniture, completely moved their production workflow from analog to digital. Now have their second Nozomi press going in, and their COO told me on a call, a couple of months ago that they've halved their production cost.
Okay, well that's impressive,
and that is astonishing, right?
Yeah.
But that's the kind of stuff we like to be able to do. And we're making inroads in parts of Asia Pac with that whole strategy too.
Okay.
In both the packaging and display graphics space. But I had a really interesting trip up to Maitland in New South Wales.
Maitland,
a couple of months ago, to NCIA, and I literally saw ceramic tile production from dirt to pallet. And 100% of their ceramic tiles produced in this country are produced using PacPrint, EFI, inkjet printing. Yeah. And it was astonishing to see that whole workflow. Yeah. And it's got to be reliable, because I asked them, how's it going? And they said, we haven't had a service call in 3 years.
Wow.
We just get remote support from Spain and everything runs. And it was really amazing to see what they're doing with ceramic tile production. And we're now talking to people in the timber industry in Australia about Cubic.
Okay.
Which is a mineralized ink platform capable of printing on fiber cement and wood materials. And there's a project we've started with a company here. I won't mention the name yet, but that's progressing really, really well. And a couple of companies up in Thailand as well.
Yeah. Do you see, with the breadth of product portfolio that EFI has, as you say, that you can print on tiles, there's the material and fabric printing systems with Reggiani. There's the packaging printing, there's single pass display printing.
Yep.
There's obviously the roll to roll, the flatbed, the hybrid machines that you have. Do you see print businesses moving into niche areas as the ones that are the more successful because there's less competition, higher margins, and able to do that with EFI technology?
Yeah, we do encourage customers to think about doing, non-traditional, non-display type application work, because yes, there's more margin in it. Yeah. It helps you be a little bit more recession-proof.
Yeah.
Diversification is always a good thing, right? But when you move into a semi-industrial production type of workflow, it's not a small investment.
Correct.
Now, our ViewTech range and our Pro range are very versatile. Yeah. They can do all sorts of little things and off-the-wall things at small scale.
Yeah.
But when you want to scale up to a proper industrial kind of solution, well, we do have that. But then we have to take the hand of our customers and help them build a very robust business case and help them with a complete solution And those are projects. Those projects can take anywhere from 6 months to 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
We've got a number of those going on.
Okay.
Right? But that's, like I said, there's we've already got ceramic tile production here. We're looking at wood.
Yeah.
A few other things, but again, we're also we don't take our eyes off the prize, which is gaining as much market share as we can in the traditional display graphics and packaging space.
And here at PacPrint, obviously you're on the Curry Group booth. With the machine you've got here is the EFI Pro 30H.
That's correct.
Which is, it seems to me, strikes me as a versatile kind of jobbing machine, isn't it?
Absolutely. So that's why we had identified a bit of a gap in the portfolio. We had the H3, H5, we had our super high speed, hybrids as well. Yeah. And obviously, you've heard the stories about multiple people putting in our 5-meter roll-to-roll machines.
Yeah.
But we didn't have something that was kind of like the Swiss Army knife for the small business. Okay. And so we brought out the Pro 30H, and it's a great little printer. It's got magnetic drives, latest multi-drop technology that all of the big boys, all the bigger.
And what's multi-drop? What do you mean by that?
Okay, so we use Ricoh Gen 5 heads with a 7 picoliter drop size, but with 4 grayscale levels.
Okay.
So we can get very, very smooth transitions, and we call that whole thing ultra drop.
Okay.
It just gives us a very small drop. Yeah. Magnetic drives give us really vibration-free, accurate drop placement. Okay. That's kind of how you can get higher speeds without losing quality and not getting banding.
The science is amazing, isn't it?
Well, we get a lot of really good propeller heads in our R&D area, and hey, they've got 20, 30 years experience of doing this stuff. Yeah. So they just keep coming out with things all the time. And it's kind of interesting because most people sort of think this industry is a bit of a razors and blades model, right? Where, you sell the equipment because you want them to buy all the inks.
Yeah.
Surprise to me, I'm my 3rd year now with, I've just started my 4th year with EFI. But every time we bring out a new product, it uses less ink.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that kind of kiboshes that theory, really, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're trying to be the good guys, and because we know that the long-term sustainability of the industry is going to be around productivity gains. Yeah. Right. I mean, and look, the reason I was late coming over here, I was talking to a customer who is looking to onshore graphic display production from China.
Yeah.
Because they kind of have to.
There's an increasing amount of that as well.
And so, again, very interesting conversation with them about what problems they're trying to solve.
Yeah.
And not talking about the product, right? We've got a, if you got a round hole or a triangular shaped hole or a star shaped hole, we've got something that'll fit it, right? Yeah. So it's not about the product.
Yeah.
But back to the Pro 30H. Yeah, great little product.
Yeah.
I think Currys have put 4 of them in, including this one that they've just sold off the stand, and a couple of multiple fab reviews as well. So I think that's 6 printers in the last 6 weeks.
Okay.
Or something. So
the Pro 30H obviously
Pro 30H it's getting uptake, and it's getting uptake because it's value for money.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a general versatile machine.
You can do rolls, you can do boards, you can do all sorts of different things on it, and it's it's a great little reliable,
fantastic
state-of-the-art product.
From where you sit in Singapore, you see the whole region.
Yeah.
How do you think Australian print businesses compare as in kind of benchmark terms?
Oh, look, I mean, I think they're, and I'm not saying this because of our audience today, but I mean, my observation is that the quality and innovative nature of the Australian businesses is second to none.
Okay, that's
good
to hear.
It is state of the art.
Yeah.
And the reason is, you're in a distributed market here, so competition for jobs is fairly fierce.
Yes.
Right. So that's forcing everyone to look at how to be as productive as possible and how to be as versatile as possible. And that's not recent. This is over the last, 20 years. I mean, look, in the 80s, I had my own production company here, and I know from being a customer what it's like. Right. So there are a couple of other markets where I think the people in this particular industry are quite innovative, but it's only in pockets.
Yeah.
There's some really good leading companies up in China, and there's some in Singapore, and there's some in Thailand. But generally speaking, Australia and New Zealand, they tend to be extremely innovative and very versatile and very, very cost conscious because they have to be.
They have to be, because it's so competitive.
Yeah, but there's absolutely nothing to bad to say about or anything I could suggest about the industry here improving, because it's just on a natural path to improve along the way. And wonderful thing about the internet, information is freely available everywhere in the world, right? So no one here lacks knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen, Rod, it's been, perhaps we'll leave it there. It's been great talking with you. Great to have an update from EFI, obviously one of the main players in the industry. It's where you're up to. Great to get a bit of oversight.
Well, look,
thanks so much for coming onto the show.
Well, thank you. It's great to have a trade show here. Great to see the industry supporting itself, and it's been a lot of fun. So thank you very much.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Rod.
Thanks, Rod. Thanks, Wayne. And thanks to those listening to the Print Files at PacPrint, streaming live from the PacPrint exhibition floor and sponsored by Ball and Doggett. We'll be back with another live interview, so stay tuned to this channel.